friends, today I'm going to be doing all of my favorites for the whole year of 2018. I have a lot of beauty products. I'm also going to talk about like music favorites, TV shows, media, and also just some really fun life things that I have really enjoyed this year. So if you guys are interested in seeing some of my favorite things from 2018, then please keep watching. So I have definitely tried so many products over the entire year, whether it's been reviewing them or testing out new things or, you know, just using a lot of products that I've already loved. I've got a lot of things in this video that I'm going to be talking about. Pretty sure I've talked about every single one of these before. Some of them have been in past favorites. Some of them are new products that just kind of made it into the very last moment. So yeah, I'm going to go through and let you guys know all of my favorites. So I'm going to go by categories. These aren't necessarily ranked in any particular order, just products I've been loving. So the first category I'm going to start with is face products. So the first two products that I have are kind of interchangeable for me. I did a whole video dedicated to these, and these are two different contouring sticks from Korean brands. So the first one I have is from the Saem. This is called the Saemmul Cream Stick Blusher. And then the other one I have is the Missha Coloring Multi-Stick in the color Peanut Brown. So I have two of these. They're basically just these large contour sticks. This one I've pretty much almost completely used up. Like the product actually like digs down. There's still product there, but it doesn't roll up anymore, so I can't really get the product out. So I definitely used up this one, and then the other one is the one I've been using ever since I finished that one, which is the Missha one. And again, there's just a little bit of product left that I'm still working through. And I was never really much of a huge fan of contouring sticks until I used these two products. And to be honest, I really like both of these. If I had to pick one, I think I would pick the Saem one, just because I think it was a little bit less expensive and it was slightly more cool toned than the Missha one. And I think this one might either be discontinued or they like came up with like a new repackaged version of this, but this one actually came with a brush as well. But I didn't care for this brush at all. It just wasn't my favorite, and I just felt like it didn't add anything for me. So this one was like a little bit more expensive, and you actually got less product than you did in this one. But pretty much I like both of these. They were very inexpensive. I'd say they were probably like $4 to $6 a piece. And now that I'm running out, I want to try more contour sticks because I really liked these, and I used to not like them because I thought they were hard to apply. But my favorite way to apply them is just to swipe them under my cheekbones and then use a really large brush like this to really like blend it out. I find that works so much better for me, and it's so easy to get a really nice soft kind of contoured look. Staying in a similar type of product, this is the NYX HD Blush in the color Taupe. I really love this one. I've hit pan on it. I got this one I think around March or so, and so I have been using this one nonstop, and this is a good powder blush, but I use it as a contour because it's completely matte and it's very cool toned. It almost goes slightly like a pinky gray kind of contour color, which for me works really well for my skin tones because I do have pink undertones, and usually I find that bronzers or contour colors tend to be a little bit orangey on me, so this one's really good for fair, cool skin tones. And if I ever want to like amp up the contour that I do with the cream, I like doing this on top, and that just kind of deepens it a little bit more and makes it just a little bit more defined. So this has definitely been a huge favorite of mine, and I think it was probably maybe like $6 for one of these, but a lot of the time Ulta has like buy one get one 50% off or buy one get one free kind of deals. So another product I have been loving. The next product is another kind of contouring type product. This is a product I actually got from one of my BoxyCharm boxes, and this is from Pur. It's called the Sculptor Palette. Mine is all like gross looking now because I've been using this a lot. So this is a contour palette. It comes with two matte bronzery contour colors and then two shimmery highlighter colors. I really like these because they smell kind of like the Too Faced vanilla-y chocolatey kind of scents to it, which some people like scented face products, some people don't. I definitely like it. I love it. It smells so good. So I really like this palette a lot. I get most of the use out of this one because it's a little bit better suited for my skin tone. It's still a little bit deep and it's super pigmented. So I don't get as much use out of this one, but what I wish they would have done was instead of giving two highlighters, because these are super similar in color tone, like one's just a little bit deeper, but they're still that same kind of champagne-y color. I wish they would have replaced this with like a matte blush, and that would have been like so perfect because I feel like you'd have everything you need for your face in here with the highlighter, the blush, a bronzer, or a contour kind of color. I feel like that would have been so perfect. But I do still really like this palette, and another thing I love this for for is I can actually use these as eyeshadows and make this like an all-in-one type of palette. I can have all my face products here, and I can use these as eyeshadows as well, and I just really love that because it's such a small, compact little palette. It's perfect for traveling with if you want to travel lightly. So I've got all my face stuff, and I can do a total eye look with this as well. So that's been a huge favorite of mine, and again, the scent of it smells so good. The next two things I'm going to talk about are products that were from the same line, so they kind of go together in my mind. First, of course, is my favorite cushion that I've tried this year. I think I've tried close to maybe like six or seven different cushion foundations this year, and I always like to try them because number one, I think they're so cute. I love the cushion compacts of them, and I always want to try them and see if I like them or not. So I usually get sucked into that, but a lot of the times I didn't really care for the actual cushion as much as like a regular foundation. Now this one I love, and that is of course the Tony Moly Samyang collaboration. This one is called the Hot Edition. So I love this one so much. I don't even know why I love it more than the other foundations. This one is just so nice on my skin. It's what I'm wearing today, and it just has so much like coverage to it, and it looks nice, and I just can't get over how good it looks on my skin and how well it wears. Like I said, I don't even know why I like it so much more, but I do, and it's also a little bit smaller than a typical cushion foundation. So again, with the whole like traveling and taking with me kind of stuff, this is just perfect. So I love this one. And then of course to go with it was the Hot Edition Noodle Blusher. This is the highlighter, and I was so completely stunned and like surprised by this one. I bought this one because I wanted to review it, but I didn't think I was gonna like it just because I hadn't tried too many Korean highlighters at all. I'd tried like one that I really liked from Pony Effect, which was also kind of a favorite, but I don't have that product anymore. I used that one up this year. And then I tried just a couple other ones that I didn't really care for. They were just too sheer or too blah for me. But this one just, it doesn't even like look that special or anything, and this one I really love. It's the highlighter I'm wearing now, and the one I've been wearing pretty much since probably like all of November and all of December. So these last two products are definitely ones that came in a little bit at the tail end of the year, but I really like this one because it reminds me a lot of the Pony Effect highlighter, but this one was only like $6, and it's one that I feel like you can't go over the top with because you do have to buff this one into the skin just a little bit more than like a super shimmery, like see it from outer space kind of highlighter. So I like that because you can actually make it a little bit softer, or if you want to build it up, you can, but I feel like you can't go over the top with this one like you could with those super pigmented ones. And it's just one of my favorite ones. I love how my highlight looks, and I can't get over how surprised I was because honestly I kind of judged this product really hard when I first got it. It didn't even look like it was going to do anything, and now it is one of my favorites, so definitely really like this one. The next thing I got is another product I got from one of my BoxyCharm boxes. I've discovered a lot of really good products that I would have never bought for myself. So this is one that at first I didn't like it, and I thought, you know, this is kind of like one of those pricey items that doesn't really make sense for me, so I don't like it. But then I started using it, and I've been using it nonstop, and although I probably will not buy this whenever I run out of it, I have really been loving using it. This is the Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage. This is basically like an under eye gel kind of serum-y type of thing that you apply to your under eyes, and then you let it dry, and it gives this like kind of tightening effect under the eyes, which at first, like, I feel like I noticed it a lot more, but then as I started using it more, I feel like the tightening sensation kind of, I don't know if I got like used to it or I just didn't notice it as much, but I have been using it nonstop since I got this, and it's lasted me quite a while, just because I only need the tiniest bit. So definitely a product I never would have bought for myself, but I have been loving using this. I feel like it helps a little bit with keeping my concealer from creasing as much. And another product from a BoxyCharm, this is from the Cover FX, and this is called the Blurring Primer Base. And again, probably not a product I would buy for myself, but I have been loving using this because it is a pore filling kind of product, which I've realized since using this product, I could actually benefit from a little bit of a pore filling type of product. The other day I did my makeup for the first time without this product, and I was like, wow, I can actually see a difference. And this is one that whenever I put it on my skin, I can see a visible difference in my pores, and it kind of smooths it out some. I still have a little bit of like pores and stuff, but this definitely helps a lot. So even though I probably wouldn't repurchase this one because it's so expensive, I think I definitely want to kind of see what other brands have these types of pore filling products because I feel like it's a very popular product now, and I want to see if there are any that really compare to this for a much better price. So that will probably be something I look forward to reviewing in 2019. My next favorite has been one of my favorites for years, so of course I wanted to include it because honestly, if you have been using a product for years, you must love it. And this is from e.l.f. This is their HD setting powder in Soft Luminance. It has like a tiny bit of shimmer to it, but nothing like super noticeable. But I really love how they repackaged this. It used to be in this big hunky like square package and you couldn't see in it. I really love the packaging changes. You can actually see how much product you have left. So I really love this one. It's like $6 or so, and I really love it. I've tried some other ones since then, like the Makeup Revolution baking powder. This one's in the color Lace. This one's just too yellow for me, and even though I really like this one and this one's super matte, I just keep coming back to this one because it's just perfect for me, and it really helps set my concealer and makes it last a little bit longer without creasing as much. So next I have a concealer, and I used this I think around March is when I got it, and I feel like I went through it pretty quickly, so I actually have repurchased it, but I haven't opened it since because I've been trying to get better at using the products I already have in my collection. But one I remember I really liked was the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. So it's been months since I've used it, but I remember really liking it, and I feel like a lot of people say it's similar to the Tarte Shape Tape, which I've never actually tried, but they have so many different colors of this. They had so many to begin with, but they even expanded their shades to have more colors, so I think that's really great, and it was so inexpensive. I feel like it was definitely maybe like under $8 or so, but I'm a huge fan of this concealer. And the other one that I've been using that I really love is the Etude House Big Cover Concealer BB. I have been using this one I feel like for like 2 years. It has lasted me so long, and I feel like there's still quite a bit of product left in here. It's one of those that has one of these really large kind of doe foot applicators, and the weird thing about this is every time I put it on, it looks like the color is super orange and too dark on me, but for some reason whenever I touch it and like blend it out, it turns into like my perfect color, which makes no sense to me because when you see this applied just like dotted under my eyes, it's like, wow, that's gonna be super orange. But I don't know why, for whatever reason, it just works so nicely for me. So those have been the two concealers I've used this year and have really been favorites of mine. So I definitely will go back to using this one whenever I finish this one up, if that day ever comes. One product I forgot to mention in the face category, this is from e.l.f. Now this is a newer kind of product. I think they've had it for a little bit, but it's a new product to me. And this is called their color correcting pen. They have two different colors of this that I bought. There is one that's more of like this orangey kind of color, and this other one is more of like this baby pink kind of color. Now I have been loving this one. I actually just had my e.l.f. haul video go up, I think the day before this one, but that video is actually a couple weeks old, so I have been using this. It's not like I just got this the day before and I'm like, oh, it's my favorite of the year. I have been using this for close to like 2 to 3 weeks now, and at first I was really skeptical of this because I thought, you know, sometimes e.l.f. just has really hit or miss products. Like I feel like there's not much in between, like it's either really good or it's like not so great. This one I feel like does a noticeable difference for my under eye circles and like the darkness that I have. I used to not have much dark colors like under my eyes, but as I've gotten older it's definitely been more apparent, and this I feel like is something I could wear even on its own. Like if I was just doing a little bit of this under my eyes, I could skip concealer, and because of the color of this and my particular skin tone and undertone, it does not look too out of place. So super inexpensive. I feel like this was either maybe like $6, but I've been really loving this as well, and I'll have to see how long it lasts me though, because that's one thing that I feel like I might go through this a little bit quickly.